Hey, you. Yeah, you, the one watching this right now. I've got a question for you. What if today is the day everything changes? What if right now is the moment you finally decide to flip the script of your life? Think about that for a second. We all have that vision of a better self, a burning desire deep down, a dream job. A healthier body, a bold adventure, a life of purpose. Yet too often, we find ourselves stuck, held back by four familiar chains: laziness, fear of failure, procrastination, and hesitation. Well, not anymore. Today, we break those chains. Today, we choose action over excuses. Today, we embrace the challenge to become the person we were meant to be. Ladies and gentlemen, my friends, it's time to wake up. No more hitting the snooze button on your aspirations. No more saying, maybe tomorrow. No more settling for less. This is your wake-up call. As of this moment, lazy is not in your vocabulary, fear will no longer paralyze you, procrastination is no longer welcome, and waiting for the right time ends now. By the end of this speech, you're not just going to feel motivated, you're going to be empowered and determined to take action. So let's dive into it, step by step, chain by chain, and ignite that spark within you. Are you with me? Because today could very well be the day everything changes for you. Let's start with the elephant in the room, laziness. We've all felt it. The cozy comfort of the couch over the cold morning run, the lure of another Netflix episode when we should be working on our goals. Laziness is a tempting trap. It whispers, relax. You can do it later, and wraps us in immediate comfort. But here's the hard truth, laziness is a dream killer. Every minute spent in lazy comfort is a minute stolen from your ambitions. It's time to break free. Think about a day when you had big plans but ended up doing nothing productive. How did you feel that night? Frustrated, guilty, maybe angry at yourself? Now contrast that with a day when you fought off the urge to slack off and actually did what you set out to do, hit the gym, studied for that exam, worked on your business idea. That night you felt proud, energized, and motivated to do more. The pain of discipline is far lighter than the pain of regret. Business philosopher Jim Rohn put it best. We must all suffer from one of two pains, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. The difference is discipline weighs ounces while regret weighs tons. In other words, yes. Pushing yourself requires effort. It can be uncomfortable to get off the couch and hit the books or the treadmill, but that effort is nothing compared to the heavy regret you'll feel later if you don't. Each day of half-hearted effort or inaction might seem harmless, but over time, those days compound into missed opportunities and unfulfilled potential. So how do we eliminate laziness? First, understand that laziness is often a symptom, not a cause. Sometimes it masks as fear or lack of direction. Sometimes, as motivational guru Tony Robbins says, people are not lazy. They simply have impotent goals, that is, goals that do not inspire them. Think about it, when you're truly excited about something, you find the energy for it, right? If you're hitting the snooze button on life, maybe you need a goal that actually fires you up. So set a goal that excites you, one that gets your heart racing. Make it so clear and compelling that you want to jump out of bed in the morning to work on it. Second, start small. Laziness feeds on overwhelm. When a task feels too big, we freeze. So break your goals into bite-sized steps. Want to get fit but haven't exercised in years? Don't start by saying you'll run a marathon next month. Start with a 10-minute walk today. Want to write a book? Start with one page. As the old saying goes, the secret of getting ahead is getting started. Once you start, you build momentum. Each small win, each completed task, gives you confidence to take on the next. Momentum is the enemy of laziness. Third, build habits and routines that make laziness impossible. Willpower can fade. Motivation can be fickle, but habits, they stick with you. If you habitually do something every day, it no longer feels like a drag. Set a routine, for example. Every morning at 7 a.m. you write 500 words, or every evening you spend 30 minutes learning something new instead of scrolling on your phone. At first, it might take effort to establish. But soon it becomes second nature, you'll do it without even debating with yourself. Successful people aren't magically less lazy. They've just trained themselves to follow routines that align with their goals. And let's not forget mindset, embrace discipline as a form of self-love. It might sound odd, but discipline is your way of caring for your future self. When you choose to grind now, to study instead of gaming, to save money instead of mindless shopping, to practice skills instead of lounging, you are gifting your future self a better life. Yes, it's tough in the moment, but it pays off big time. Remember the words of an ancient proverb. You will harvest later what you plant now. Plant seeds of hard work and you'll harvest success. Plant nothing and you'll harvest nothing. It's that simple. Picture a hero of yours. Someone you admire, an athlete, an entrepreneur, an artist. Do you think they achieved greatness by indulging their lazy side? No. They have the same 24 hours in a day as you and I. The difference is what they do with them. When most people were sleeping, Kobe Bryant was in the gym at 4 a.m. taking jump shots. When others relaxed on weekends, Elon Musk was obsessively working on rockets and electric cars. When your friends are hitting next episode, someone out there is grinding on their dream. To quote the legendary football coach Vince Lombardi, the only place success comes before work is in the dictionary. In real life, work comes first, then success. So the next time you feel that lazy urge, remember who you want to become. Is a moment of comfort worth missing out on your dream? Close your eyes and visualize the success you crave, the applause at your graduation, the thriving business, the feeling of crossing the finish line. That vision should light a fire in you that burns hotter than the desire to relax. Bottom line, kill laziness with passion, purpose, and persistence. Light that inner fire. Because the cost of laziness is a life of could-have-beens. And you deserve better. Now let's tackle the next chain that holds so many people back, fear of failure. How many opportunities have you missed because you were afraid you might fail? How many times have you held back from trying something new, asking for a promotion, starting that business? Pursue your passion, because that little voice whispers, what if it doesn't work out? What if I'm not good enough? Listen carefully, failure is not something to be afraid of. Failure is something to be embraced. Why? Because every failure carries a lesson, and every lesson brings you one step closer to success. The road to any dream is littered with setbacks, mistakes, and yes, failures. But those are not dead ends, they are signposts guiding you, teaching you, redirecting you to a better path. Failure is not the opposite of success, it's a part of success. Think of a toddler learning to walk. They stumble and fall dozens of times. Do they ever decide, walking isn't for me, I keep failing? Of course not. They get up and try again, naturally. And eventually, they walk. That's how we're meant to learn and grow, by failing forward. At some point as we grow up, we become ashamed of failure because society tells us only success is celebrated. But that's a lie. Every great success story is written in chapters of failure. Don't believe me? Let's look at some real examples of famous failures that became phenomenal successes. Thomas Edison. When inventing the light bulb, he failed not once, not twice, but thousands of times. People thought he was crazy. Edison himself famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Each misstep was just another experiment, another data point. He learned from each attempt until finally the bulb did light up and changed the world. Imagine if he had feared those failures and given up at attempt number 100 or #1000. We might still be sitting in the dark. Michael Jordan, arguably the greatest basketball player of all time. But he didn't win every game. In fact, Jordan once highlighted his failures as the reason for his success. I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times. I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over and over again in my life. And that is why I succeed. Let that sink in. The greatest champions embrace failure. They use it as fuel. Every missed shot drove Jordan to practice harder, to refine his skills, to come back stronger. He didn't let failure stop him, he let it propel him. Colonel Harlan Sanders, KFC's founder, talked about perseverance. This man was 65 years old when he set out with his fried chicken recipe. Knocking on doors of restaurants to pitch his idea. How many doors slammed in his face? 1,009. That's right, 1,009 rejections. Can you imagine hearing no over 1,000 times? Most would have quit. Not Colonel Sanders. He believed in his dream, and on attempt number 1,010, he got a yes. The rest is history. Kentucky Fried Chicken became a global brand. He wasn't afraid of failure or ridicule, he was relentless. His story screams, never give up just because you failed a few times. Failure only defeats you if you stop trying. J.K. Rowling. The author of Harry Potter was not an overnight success. She was a struggling single mother on welfare, writing in cafes. When she finished her first Harry Potter book, 12 different publishers rejected it. They thought her story of a young wizard wouldn't sell. Those rejections could have crushed her dream. But she persisted. Finally, one publisher gave her a chance, and the Harry Potter series went on to inspire millions of readers around the world. Now those 12 publishers that passed on it probably regret it. Rowling didn't let rejection, a form of failure, stop her. She let it strengthen her resolve. These are just a few examples, but they all shout the same message: don't be afraid to fail. Be afraid not to try. Every successful person has a closet full of failures, it's just that we call them learning experiences. The actor Denzel Washington, in a commencement speech, said, "If you don't fail, you're not even trying. To get something you never had, you have to do something you never did." That means stepping out of your comfort zone and being willing to stumble. You might fail, in fact, you should fail occasionally, or you're not pushing yourself enough. And that's okay. Learn the lesson, adjust your approach, and try again. So flip your perspective. Instead of seeing failure as a monster to avoid, see it as a mentor to learn from. Ask yourself after each setback, what did I learn? How can I grow from this? Maybe that business idea didn't work out, now you know what not to do, or you discovered a better idea in the process. Maybe you didn't get that job, perhaps it pushes you to improve your skills or leads you to a different, better opportunity. Life often has a funny way of turning failures into blessings in disguise if you stay persistent. Here's another way to look at it: failure is temporary, but quitting makes it permanent. When you fail, it's not the end of the story. It's just a plot twist. The only time the story ends is if you give up and decide not to continue. As long as you keep going, keep writing new chapters. Failure can turn into triumph. The great Winston Churchill reportedly said, "Success is not final, failure is not fatal, it is the courage to continue that counts." And that courage lies in you. So, the next time you fail, and there will be a next time, because you're going to brave new challenges, remember to fail forward. Give yourself a high five for trying, learn from it, and keep moving. Wear your failures as badges of honor, because they show that you had the guts to take a risk. And each time you get back up, you're stronger, wiser, and one step closer to the dream. We've tackled laziness and the fear of failure. Now let's address a silent killer of dreams that's oh so common: procrastination. You know, that sneaky habit of putting things off. We say, "I'll do it later," for everything, from our daily tasks to our life's biggest goals. Later, 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 until it's too late. Be honest. How many times have you caught yourself procrastinating just this week? Maybe even right now, listening to this speech, are you avoiding doing something else? We've all been guilty of it. Cleaning our entire room to avoid starting that assignment. Binge watching YouTube or scrolling through every social media app instead of working on that project we claim is important to us. Procrastination is a weird thing. We know it's bad for us. We stress or procrastinate, yet we do it anyway because it provides a brief relief from that stress or effort. But the relief is temporary, and the regret is long-lasting. Let me put this as clearly as possible: time is our most precious resource. Unlike money, you can't earn more of it. Unlike health, which you can recover sometimes, once time is gone, it's gone forever. Every hour, every minute that slips away while we procrastinate is lost opportunity. As Benjamin Franklin said, "You may delay, but time will not. Time marches on whether you act or not." And the longer you wait, the harder it becomes to start, and the fewer tomorrows you have to work with. Procrastination is often called the thief of time, and rightly so. It steals our time and with it, our progress and our peace of mind. Think of all the things you wanted to do but haven't. Write a book, learn a language, start a business, fix a relationship, get in shape. Now fast forward a year. If you keep putting them off, imagine how you'll feel a year from now. The book unwritten. The business still just an idea, your guitar still collecting dust in a corner. A year from now you may wish you had started today, goes the proverb, and it's true. Procrastination leads to the pain of regret, regretting that you didn't start sooner, that you wasted the opportunity when you had it. We often procrastinate because we convince ourselves that, not now, maybe later, is harmless. But as writer Karen Lamb noted, later you'll wish you had just begun. Or as Picasso famously put it, only put off until tomorrow what you are willing to die having left undone. Read that again. Only put off until tomorrow what you are willing to die having left undone. That quote sends chills down my spine because it asks, what if tomorrow never comes? If you knew you wouldn't get the chance again, would you still postpone it? Life is unpredictable. We always assume we have more time, until we don't. Let me share a powerful mental image, originally from motivational speaker Les Brown, that changed how I view procrastination. Imagine. Someday far in the future, you're lying on your deathbed. Surrounding you are these shadowy figures, ghosts of ideas, dreams, and talents that never became reality. They hover around you, with sad, angry eyes, saying, "We came to you. Only you could have given us life, but now we must die with you forever." It's a haunting image. All your unfulfilled potential gathered to mourn what could have been if only you had acted. Those could have been books written, businesses started, songs sung, adventures taken. Love expressed, but now they'll never exist because you waited too long. Procrastination leads to a graveyard of potential. This might sound morbid, but sometimes we need a stark wake-up call. Consider the real regrets people voice at the end of life. A palliative nurse, Bronnie Ware, recorded the top regrets of those nearing death. The number one regret was this: "I wish I'd had the courage to live a life true to myself, not the life others expected of me." In her reflection, she noted how many dreams went unfulfilled because people put them off or didn't pursue them. Don't let that be you. Don't reach the end of your days wondering, what if I had tried? What could I have become? So how do we beat procrastination? Action, action, action. Even the smallest action breaks the spell of, "I'll do it later." The moment you start doing, procrastination procrastination loses its grip. Next time you feel that resistance to starting, you know. That invisible wall that makes even washing the dishes or writing an email feel hard, count down and jump through it. Literally, sometimes I say, 3, 2, 1, go, and force myself to start the task. It works, try it. Often, once you begin, you realize, hey, this isn't so bad, and you keep going. Our brains dread the starting more than the doing. Another tip, remove temptations and distractions. If you want to get work done, put your phone in another room, or use apps to block social media for a while. Create an environment that nudges you to focus. Sometimes just a change of setting, like going to a library or a coffee shop, can push you out of procrastination mode. And remember, perfectionism fuels procrastination. We delay because we're subconsciously waiting for the perfect time or we're afraid we can't do it perfectly. News flash, perfect time doesn't exist. Conditions will never be 100% ideal. And your work doesn't need to be perfect either, it just needs to get done. Don't wait for perfection, just get started and improve as you go. An average effort today beats a perfect effort delayed indefinitely, every time. Make a promise to yourself, when something is important to you, you will not delay it. Not for tomorrow. Not for next week, not for someday when I have more time. Now is the magic word. You say you want to learn guitar. Pick it up today and strum for 5 minutes. You want to start a side business. Tonight, brainstorm a name or sketch a logo. Show the universe, and yourself, that you're serious by taking action immediately. Because, someday, is not a day of the week. And later is a dream killer. We've arrived at the crux of it all, action. Everything we've talked about, overcoming laziness, facing failure. Stopping procrastination, it all boils down to this final challenge. Will you stand up and do what you need to do, starting right now? It's decision time. Motivation means nothing if it doesn't lead to action. An idea, no matter how brilliant, is worthless unless you act on it. A goal without action is just a wish. The difference between who you are and who you want to be is what you do. So I'm asking you, urging you, take action on your dreams. Not tomorrow, not next Monday, not January 1st, but today. Right this moment, commit that you will do the thing. However small the first step is, promise you'll take it now. Because the power of now is extraordinary. When you act in the now, you harness momentum. You turn abstract hopes into tangible progress. Ever hear the saying, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. It's wisdom that applies to our lives. Maybe you wish you had started earlier, started saving money, started training for a new career, started pursuing a passion. The truth is, you can't change the past. But you can change your future by what you do now. One day, you will thank yourself for starting today. You might feel a surge of inspiration at this moment, that's great. But understand this, motivation is fleeting, habits are reliable. That's why your mission is not just to feel pumped up for an hour, it's to carry this energy forward into consistent action day after day. How do you ensure that happens? By making a plan today. Right after this speech, take pen and paper, or open a notebook, and write down specific actions toward your goals. Big or small, write them down. Then do one immediately. Action creates results. Results inspire further action, it's a beautiful cycle. But it starts with that first push. Maybe you're thinking, but I'm not ready, or what if I'm not good enough yet? Let me tell you a secret. No one ever feels 100% ready when an opportunity arises. Because great opportunities force us to grow beyond our comfort zones, which means we won't feel totally comfortable at first. If you wait until you feel ready, you'll be waiting your whole life. Don't wait for confidence to magically appear. Just do it scared. Confidence comes after you prove to yourself you can do it. not before. Remember that quote, you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. Zig Ziglar said that, and it's a mantra to live by. It's okay if your first attempt is awkward, if your first speech isn't perfect, if your first workout leaves you panting after 5 minutes. Starting somewhere is better than staying nowhere. Each time you act, you get a little better, a little stronger, a little more confident. That's how greatness is built, brick by brick, action by action. And don't underestimate the power of immediate action. When you get an idea or a burst of inspiration, act on it right then and there. Even if it's something tiny. Especially then, it signals to your brain that this is important, we're really doing this. Want to get fit? Drop right now and do 5 push-ups or take a brisk walk around the block as soon as this talk ends. Have an urge to create art? Grab a pencil and sketch something today. Have a business idea? Outline it or talk to a potential customer. These little immediate moves are essentially you grabbing destiny by the collar and saying, I'm in charge. Let's do a quick mental exercise. Think of one goal or dream that matters to you, one thing you've been putting off or just fantasizing about. Got it? Now, envision yourself taking a decisive action on it today. See yourself tonight. Instead of wasting time, actually working on that goal. How does that feel? Perhaps a bit scary, but also empowering, right? Now imagine yourself a month from now because you started today, you'll have a month of progress under your belt. You'll feel proud, more confident, and you'll be farther along than you are now. That future can be yours, you just have to start. I'll be real with you, action is not always easy. Sometimes it's damn hard. There will be days you're tired, days you're discouraged, days you fall off the wagon. But those are the critical moments that define you. On those days, remember why you started. Remember that every minute counts. Drag yourself up and do it anyway. Because the price of inaction is a life of regret and mediocrity, and you are destined for more than that. One more thing, accountability. After you decide to act, tell someone about your goal or what you're doing. Share your plan with a friend or post about it to people who support you. Making it public or at least telling a close ally makes it real and gives you an extra push to follow through. It's easy to break a promise to yourself, it's harder when others know about it. Use that pressure to your advantage. Alright, we've covered a lot. Let's bring it all together. Shake off laziness by finding your passion and embracing discipline. Do the hard things now so your future self will thank you, not curse you. Stop fearing failure, instead, fail forward. Every misstep is a step forward in disguise. Don't be afraid to crash and burn, be afraid of not trying at all. Kill procrastination by realizing time is precious and owning your moments. No more, I'll do it later. Later is not promised. Life is happening now. Stand up and act on your dreams immediately. Start where you are with what you have. Greatness awaits those who do, not those who wait. Now I ask you again the question I started with. What if today is the day everything changes? The truth is, it can be, if you choose. Not by magic, not by luck, but by the choices you make and the actions you take right now after hearing this. You have the power to rewrite your story. You can walk out of this room, or finish reading this, and decide that things will be different from this day on. Imagine yourself 1 year from today, looking back. 1 year older. And either 1 year closer to your dreams or still stuck in the same place. That choice is made today. It's made every day, every hour, in those small decisions, get up or snooze, work or waste time. Persist or quit, act now or delay. Choose wisely, my friend. Life is too short to be spent procrastinating, too beautiful to be marked by laziness, too adventurous to be avoided because of fear. You have so much potential inside you, more than you even know. But potential means nothing stays locked inside. Unlock it with action. Do not go to your grave with your music still in you. Sing your song now. In closing, I'm not here just to pump you up for a moment. I'm here to remind you of what you already know deep down. You are capable of extraordinary things. But capability must need action. So when you step away from here, carry this fire with you. The next time you catch yourself making an excuse, remember this feeling, and remember why you want what you want. The next time fear of failure looms, think of Edison, Jordan, Roland, Sanders, and remember that failure is a comma, not a period. The next time you feel like procrastinating, hear Picasso's words ringing, only postpone if you're willing to die and not having done. And most importantly, when you feel the urge to wait for a better time, recall that there is no better time than now. Today is your day. Not tomorrow, not next week. Today. Stand up, step forward, and embrace the challenge. Write that page. Apply for that job. Sign up for that class. Have that difficult conversation. Take that leap of faith. Do it and do it now. No more waiting. No more excuses. Get up and make it happen. Prove to yourself and the world that you mean business. You'll find that once you start moving, a force will gather behind you, doors will open. Support will appear, and you'll wonder why you didn't begin sooner. So go ahead, dare to believe that today, right now, is the day that everything changes. Feel that excitement? That's the spark of transformation. Protect it, feed it with action, and watch your life light up. Your new story begins now. It's time to leave lazy, fear, and procrastination in the dust. It's time to unleash your potential. It's time to become the hero of your own life. Tonight, when you lay your head on your pillow, you'll know, today, I took control. Today, I changed my life. And that, my friend, is a feeling worth every ounce of effort. Now get out there and live your greatness, starting today. Everything changes from here, because you will make it so. You've got this. We all have dreams. We all have goals. We all have that one thing we wish we could achieve. Yet, too often, we let laziness, fear, procrastination, and self-doubt hold us back. But what if I told you those barriers only exist in your mind? That today, you can break free from them and start living the life you were meant to live. No more excuses. No more, maybe tomorrow. No more waiting for the perfect moment, because the perfect moment is now. Let's be honest. Laziness is the silent killer of dreams. It disguises itself as comfort, as relaxation, as harmless delay. But in reality, it is stealing your potential, bit by bit, day by day. How many times have you said, I'll do it later? And how many times has later become never? Every second you spend being lazy is a second wasted, a second you could have used to work on your goals, to learn a new skill, to improve yourself. Laziness is the enemy. And you have the power to defeat it. How do you destroy laziness? 1. Set a clear goal, know why you are doing what you are doing. A vague desire leads to vague actions. Be specific. Instead of saying, I want to be successful, say, I will build my own business in the next 12 months. 2. Create a routine. Success is built on habits. Discipline yourself to wake up early, exercise, read, and work on your goals daily, no matter what. 3. Embrace the discomfort. Laziness loves comfort. Success thrives in challenge. Push yourself to do what is hard now, so life will be easier later. 4. Take the first step. The hardest part is starting. But once you begin, momentum takes over. Just take the first step. Remember this, the pain of discipline is temporary. The pain of regret lasts forever. Failure. That word scares so many people. But let me tell you something, failure is your greatest teacher. Every successful person has failed, multiple times. Thomas Edison failed 10,000 times before inventing the light bulb. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. Oprah Winfrey was told she wasn't fit for television. What separates them from the rest of the world? They didn't quit. They used failure as a stepping stone, a lesson, a way to grow stronger. And so can you. How to overcome fear of failure. 1. Change your perspective. Failure is not the opposite of success, it is a part of success. Every setback is a setup for a comeback. 2. Learn from every mistake, instead of feeling defeated. Ask yourself, what did this failure teach me? Take the lesson and move forward. 3. Fail fast, fail forward. The sooner you fail, the sooner you learn. The sooner you learn, the sooner you succeed. Start now. Fail. Learn. Repeat. 4. Take risks. Playing it safe never leads to greatness. Be bold. Take chances. Dare to fail. Because here's the truth, the only real failure is never trying at all. Procrastination is the silent dream killer. It tells you that there's always tomorrow, always more time. But that's a lie. Time is the one thing you can never get back. Every second wasted is a second you will never see again. So why waste it? How to crush procrastination. 1. Adopt the 5-second rule. The moment you think of doing something important. Count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and do it. 2. Eliminate distractions. Social media, TV, video games, these are distractions. Cut them down. Prioritize what truly matters. 3. Set deadlines, even if no one else gives you one, set deadlines for yourself. Deadlines create urgency, urgency creates action. 4. Take immediate action, don't wait for the perfect moment. Start now, adjust later. Because a year from now, you will wish you had started today. Underscore 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 underscore. Fuel your motivation every day. You've made it this far. You feel the fire inside you. You're ready to take action. But here's the thing, motivation fades. It's like a car engine, it needs fuel to keep running. If you don't refuel it, it will stop. That's why you need to feed your mind with motivation every single day. How to stay motivated. 1. Surround yourself with positivity, listen to inspiring content, read empowering books. And follow people who push you to be better. 2. Watch my channel every day, let me be the one to remind you that you can do this. Let me keep that fire burning inside you. 3. Celebrate small wins, progress is progress. Every step forward is a victory. 4. Never stop growing, keep learning, keep improving, keep moving forward. So, whenever you feel lost, tired, or ready to give up, come back to this channel. Let me remind you of your strength, your potential, and your purpose. Let's walk this journey together. Because you are capable. You are strong. You are unstoppable. No more waiting. No more excuses. Take action.